Hey, so we've got another Lick Friday coming up in just a second, but before we go into the lick, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell button for all of those notifications. Visit the website dansguitar.com for the tab, because you might need it for this lesson and the previous 295. Quite a lot, eh? And if you want to support this channel, please visit my Patreon page, which is patreon.com/danspage, all linked up there. That's enough of that. Let's get that out of the way. Socials as well, if you can. Nice. Now, the lick, it's very sort of Hendrixy based, and the reason that I say that is because of the attack with the right hand. And you can transform your playing just by attacking the strings in a different way to what you normally would. So a majority of people's sound and tone and phrasing comes from that right hand, and if you get things right, it makes things sound so sweet. And without it, it doesn't allow for the licks like this to pop out and punch as much as they should do. So let's see what that lick is. There you go, so you've heard it, and you can tell that that right hand really does pop into those strings, makes it punch, makes it powerful, and then obviously you've got your hammer-ons and a bit of swift movement from your left hand. But the dynamic of it is coming from your picking hand. So if you're left-handed, your left hand, and if you're right-handed, your right hand. So if you want the tab, as I said, it's on my website dansguitar.com, linked up there and down below in the description. And there is a small version of the jam track at the end of this video, just in case you don't want to go onto a different video, that is. And the full version is found linked in the bottom of the description, and it's a YouTube video, so it's all free. You don't need to visit my Patreon page for that, but if you do wish to do so, great, thanks very much. The support means so much. Now, if you enjoy this lick, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell button, because the channel needs pushing and it all helps. Awesome. Now the lick, you're using just pentatonic basically. There's a nice bend in it, and it's more the sort of like the movement between the strings, which is going to be the killer part because of the speed of it. But with that right attack, you can kind of afford to be a little bit messy around the edge. I didn't say that really, but you can. And if you get the pull-offs and things right, it's just going to sound sweet. So one thing you could try and do from this lick is to add that punch into some of your licks that you already play, and then you'll notice a real difference in the dynamic of what you're playing and that phrasing that comes out. Sometimes it might make you rush, sometimes you might miss-hit the strings, you might end up with strings that you don't necessarily want to hear, but it's all going to add into that technique as you go through and as you sort of start to progress with your playing. So as I said, pentatonics, and that's basically it. So should we get on with a breakdown? Yeah, let's do it. Quite straightforward really, this one, in the sense of what we're doing. So we start with the that part. So now my right hand is digging in. The left hand is obviously grasping that fretboard, and I'm not sort of leaving things open like that, so I'm actually using my thumb to mute the thick string, and this finger is kind of laying on strings underneath, and these fingers are kind of stopping the strings above from ringing. So you can actually attack that string and not worry about other strings ringing out over the top. So it's the same when I go onto that, which is the double stop. So to start off with, let me just go backtrack slightly, but we've got the 8 hammer on to 10. That's that part. And then you've got a down up strum wise on the 8/8 third string, second string. And you're going to kind of do the same thing, but if you notice my thumb comes away when I do the vibrato. So you don't have to put vibrato on it, you can just slightly blues curl it at the end of it, and that will just give it a nice little touch when you come off of that double stop. And then back to 10 and then 8. Okay, so that's a down, up, or you could pull it off, your choice once more. Then you've got a bend up, stopping the bend at the top, and then an 8th fret. So all of that is attacking the strings quite hard. Okay. So after the Hendrixy part, the 10 bend up, stop, and then 8. You've got a 10 pull off to 8, straight into a bend on the 11th fret, 2nd string, with vibrato as you come back down. So again, you're sort of hitting the string quite hard, and you're using the rake coming in. So I'm muting the strings with my right hand, and then bending it, hitting it again, and then striking it on the way back down. So after you've done that, you've got a typical Hendrix thing coming up again, which is kind of a double stop, attack, hammer, pull off, and then picking the, so that was all on string 2 and 3, that's fret 8, hammer on just to the 3rd string, fret 10, pull off back to the 8, whilst you should still be able to hear that 2nd string ringing. And then you've got the 10, 8 on that 4th string, 10 on the 5th, 8 on the 4th, and then 10 on the 4th to finish. So if I try and play that slowly for you now, it goes something like this. 3, 4, and 1. At the end of the video again. So the end of a video for the 296th time. Blimey. So tab up there, dansguitar.com, down there as well. And if you want to visit me on my Patreon page for obviously some nice support for this channel, then please do so by visiting patreon.com/danspage. There's a whole tier system for you to have a look at, which is going from $1, $5, $10 and $40. And if you so desire, please send me an email and I will explain everything that needs to go on with that, and give you all the information that you'll find. So this week's lesson for the Patreons is basically about using the pentatonic shape. I think we started on shape 2, and what to play around that, so making it more versatile. So you're not just using the pentatonic, you are actually using like the blues scales and natural minors and things, and other stuff added in. And it just adds a whole box of things to use. If you can, please have a look at the videos that pop up, not now, but when you're watching the jam track video, part of this video that is. And yeah, just see if you can come and support this channel a little bit more than what you do so already. But thank you so much for the support. It's all massively welcome, if that's a phrase. I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you next week for week 297. Nice. Bye.